Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today we're starting a new Let's Build. This is going to be the house for our Super Sim, Max Power. So we've built houses for him in the past, but we don't currently have one. And I thought this would be a really good location for one, just because it seems like it'd be super rich. I didn't really want to live in the Pinnacles. I feel like we've already done that recently. And I've never built a house on one of these lots. Especially because they seem more commercial anyway, but I figured this one here was a really good lot to try and build some sort of modern, like really out there kind of house. Especially, like I didn't want to do that one. I don't know why I said especially. I don't want to do that one just because it's got a really long pathway to get to. I mean, this one still kind of does, like, because I think the spawning point, I don't know, like they can walk all over this whole place, but I figured this one seemed more accessible. And I guess maybe more realistic in a way. But anyway, we're going to see what we can build. The first thing I wanted to do was actually change the grass to like green. Because I don't really like that tone of grass. Like I wanted it to almost look, this might be not the right green. I wanted it to look like really well manicured and all that. Another thing I want to do is actually grab out our raising tool. Actually, you know what? I might flatten to a height. Is this the one that, yes, it is. Okay. So this, I want the whole house to be up a little bit. So it's like sort of almost like a hill in the middle or something. Maybe if we do this. And then we gotta, I guess, I don't really know how well this is going to work. You know what, maybe just a hill on the side, because then we can have part of the house that's like on a hill that's here. It seems weird. Like, it'd be nice if, because obviously this is higher up there. It'd be good if this sort of flowed into that, but obviously it goes back down flat again, so it might look a little strange. We'll see how we go though. So I've got some inspiration. I did some Googling of like modern Australian homes because I love that style. So that's kind of what I'm going to be trying to do. So I think what I need to do, number one, let me build the base of the house. You know what? I think I'll build this side because I've got an image of like the back of the house that I'm sort of working with. Obviously, it's not going to be identical, but it's going to be sort of inspired by that. So I think, you know what? I think I've already messed up a lot because I want that on the other side. Does that rotate? Oh, good, it does. Does that rotate my terrain? Just because the image I'm looking at has like a little bit of the house built up over on this side, and it looks kind of cool. I'll link it if I remember to. Otherwise, I apologize. All right, so I'm going to build like this. Then I'm probably going to do smaller walls because I don't think we really need super tall walls. It's going to come up a little bit as well. A little bit of foundation on it. And I think that's kind of the height we're going to go with. I think this, I probably actually want the same height as the walls because that would make sense. So I think I might just raise our little guy up here. I think that should be the correct height then. Actually, that might be a smidge too high. Oh, you know what? That might be okay. We'll see. So this will go right up to that sort of story there. Now, the way, I don't know how this is. So if this is going to be the second floor, oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to try and do like a real like retaining wall kind of thing. So we'll see how we go. Like obviously this is all, you know, dependent on whether this works or not. So I think what I even want to do here, because it kind of looks like they've just got a wall. You know what? I want to take up the whole width of this lot. So we need to start making this look interesting. This is going to come back. It's going to do this. It's going to come around. Let's go 4 maybe. It'll be quite big and then it'll come out like that. And that's basically the edge of the lot. Actually, you know what? I might even move that in one just so we have a bit more space on the side just to work with. Just here, so we have a little bit of extra room. And then I might do, this will be fine there. I think we need to move this hill over a little bit. So I'm going to be basing the back of it kind of on this house, but then not entirely. So we'll have a door here. So this is where they'll come outside. So bring that back. Oh, cool. That didn't work out. I wanted that to. Bring that to there. There you go. And then I think the rest of this is actually just like a flat wall that sort of goes on for a while. It just goes on and on and on for a while. So I'm going to do something like that. Okay. And then obviously we need to play around with the terrain. This is like, I haven't done much of a terrain build like this much sort of terrain editing before in The Sims 4. So it'll be interesting to see how well this works out. Judging on what I'm planning to do with this. Now, I'd also like to bring this area to the height of the foundation here. Might be a good idea. Also, probably smaller than that, and then just bring it up, just so it sort of like flows in. I think it's one higher than that. So it's sort of just like a nice little hill here that sort of meets that, just so it's not all raised up, but then this will still be like that. And I want to do a decking area, which you can't do. It's going to be like a solid deck. I would like it to be open, you know, underneath just like be little stilts or something, like in The Sims 3. That'd be ideal, but I guess this will have to do for now. I'm going to bring this along like this. Okay, can I can't move that in there, which is annoying. Hello? I'll do this. There we go, and then we'll just remove that wall. And same with this. This needs to go in like that and across. Okay, so we got like a little deck there at the back. It looks kind of boring at the moment, but I think it'll work, hopefully. All right, so then I think that this house will actually go back here. You know what? Let me place in windows to figure out the spacing of this, because I just got like some nice big modern windows. Which, you know what? I might actually go to the medium wall height again, because that'll allow me to use these like big glass panes, but sort of not have them take up the whole wall height. Because I would love windows like this, but that fit on a smaller wall that aren't the whole height, but we don't really have any frameless windows. Oh, not frameless, but like big panels like that. So these will work well because they'll sort of take up this wall height like this, but not, and we'll still have space around them. So it's kind of like this along the house. It almost looks like there's another door here or something. Their house is much bigger than this as well. You know what? We might be able to go a little further along. Yeah, I should probably start building from the other side. So what I'm going to do, so they've got a door. I'm basically just doing the complete back of this house. Obviously, I have no interior shots of this place, so we'll make that up. So it looks like they have 4 like this. That one is right against the wall. This is probably not the same as what they've got, but that's what we're going to be going with. And then there's 2 here. So this is actually not wide enough. This needs to be... Okay, we need to shuffle this all along. Welcome to Let's Recreate a House I Found on Google. Yay! So this is going to go there, and then this is going to be there. Okay, and then there's like a big door here, which we'll figure that out in a minute. Then this one goes up to the wall there for some reason, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, you know, if that's who you want to be, I'm not going to judge you. Let's get a door. Let's figure out what we're doing with that. Is there a nice medium door that we could... Oh, I love these doors. These are perfect for this build. Not that one. These are perfect for this build. Oh, it even does have a matching tone. And that's all... Oh, almost the same height. If I press F5... Oh, you know what? Let's just imagine they're the same height. Like, you can tell they're not because that's up by that one. But because it's a little further back, it kind of looks like it works. It's probably fine. And then this area here actually has, like, 2 larger windows. Like this. Actually, not like that. We might have to use the full height ones, which would be these. Although these are actually a little too big because they're a little lower than that, but I don't think there's really anything, because the smaller ones were actually way too small because they're like floor to ceiling. I can't tell what room it is in there, but I guess we'll do that. We'll do that for now. We'll see how we go. All right, that's going to go there. Then it looks like there's another door here, like I said, like there maybe. And then there's a couple more windows, like 3 more windows. So we're going to go gap, 1, 2, wait, hang on. Gap, so window, gap, window, gap, window. Hang on, I'm confused. I got lost with going. So it's like that. All right, so this is, guys, we've built a wall. We've literally just built a wall. I think at this point I have to have the image on screen at some point, otherwise you won't know what the hell I'm doing. This might be too big. I think what I'll do is, I think I'll keep this lower level taller, and then the upper level will be smaller, because otherwise I think this place will be way too big in terms of height. But I think this could be good for now. I think we still have enough room on this side to do the other stuff that we want. So it should be okay. So I'm going to bring this through. It's going to go back. It's not going to be too deep, I don't think, especially because the lot's not that big anyway. So I think I'll just build a standard box, and then we'll figure out the detailing of it later. So I think this will go like this. Straight on through. And that will just join up like that. So that will be the main body of the house there, at least on the ground floor. Then we've got a beautiful section up here that is wall to wall. So I'm going to start building the upper level. So it looks like there's 2, 2, 2, 2. Actually, it does line up with a door, but 1, 2, 3. It doesn't. The window sizes don't quite line up. So I might do it to there instead. So it'll line up with that window. Actually, it is pretty. It looks pretty similar. So what is that? That is that size. I don't know. What size is that? 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm just gonna do a square. That's what we're gonna use. All right. So it's gonna be like that. Lovely. Oh, this is really good. This is a really good build. I really like it, guys. We're doing good. Now, actually, they're using windows that look shorter, but they have like a... Okay. I don't know how I'm going to get those. We might need to do a tall wall again to get it to work. Because they're using windows. They're using like... not those. They're using like large glass windows like this but then there's like a gap under them. That's like a different texture. But then is that going to look too tall, do you reckon? All right, you know what? Let's just build it and we'll see how we go. Now, the upper level, there's a whole balcony basically that sticks out over this lower section. So we'll build it with this like that. Seems pretty straightforward all the way along up until this door. The door seems to be basically a little hallway section that separates the two parts of the build. Now I'm going to leave a gap on this side of it as well, so we just got an even like space of 4 there. And I guess for now, I'll leave that like that and we'll build the house. Okay, so what do we have? It's very hard to tell from the image, so there's going to be some improvisation here. I don't think this is in line with that. So I'm going to bring this here, and then this will line up with the door below. And it looks like it maybe comes out like this. Then this lines up with this section here and leave that as a separate bit. And it comes along like this. Okay? Okay, you with me? Yep. And then we could turn part of this into like a balcony up here or something else. But I think that, you know, look at this. The house is taking shape. I don't know what it is yet. I think this maybe... I don't think this is a square. It's a little... It looks like it goes a little further back. So I think maybe even to there could be good. That will give it... We can always make that bigger. That could be a good master bedroom in there, like a separate... But the thing is, there's actually another separate part of the building further over, like here, which we could get to if we do... See, the thing is there are like hills and slopes. I think we could probably use this. So if we go up to where that is, that level. So it's going to be in line with this level. Obviously, this is level 1. See, the thing is, I don't know if this is going to be annoying, though. Let's say we build here. And now this is why it might be annoying, because if we're on the ground level, it'll be there. But if we go up to this level, that will always be built up and sort of like sticking out there. So you see what I mean? Like, I can't put the walls down unless I go down to this level. Even though it's like technically the same level as that. So I don't know if we'll even use like the terrain in that way. We might just go ahead and... Because it looks like they've just got like a built-in retaining wall. It's like stone that just goes out to here, maybe even a little further, and then sort of just comes around. Maybe a little bit smaller than the main body of the build or something. So then this would just be like this, and there'd be nothing in it. So this is not part of the house or anything. That's just like a wall. I wonder if I can just get rid of that and just whatever. All right, so that's like that. Now, I don't know how we could... get terrain in front of this though, because it needs to be like, obviously it's not going to touch the wall. That's kind of issue with it. We could, I don't know. Let's build a building first and see what we got. So we got, it needs to be 4. 1, 2, 3. We could do 3 again, which is kind of what we did with the other one. So maybe we'll do that. So we'll do 3 and then this. So it's a little further back than the other one, which I don't mind. It's got a gap of 2, which seems about right. It looks like, you know, we'll do the same size, so we'll like step back one like that. And then this one actually looks like it has full height windows, unlike the other one. Like this. And actually one of them is going to be a door, because we're going to have a balcony here too. So then this will stick out, like a stick of truth. I could, let's see if I use this one maybe. I can use this without destroying the rest of it, so that will come here. It'll stick out further than the other one. And then that's sort of getting somewhere. Sort of getting somewhere. It doesn't look very good now because there's no roof. Let's get some roof on this thing. Actually, let's finish the body over here. We need to figure out how deep this house is. I don't think it's going to be that big because it looks quite thin actually. Alright, so we're going to do this. And then this will go probably, I don't know, like maybe just back to here or something like that. And then we'll just do a separate like, let's bring it in like that. So it'll be like this kind of thing. And then the lower level, whoops, can come back in, sort of meet up with that. Now I'm hoping that we can, because the most of this house I want to cover with terrain is kind of the idea. So I'm hoping that we can do that. Hang on, let's have a look. So I want to move this guy up. I'll see if I can match the floor height there. Is that about right? So we bring that up. Go faster. We should be able to, if we build a floor, at least get a connection to the ground here. I don't know what we're going to do about the big gap that we have, though. Like, that's the issue that we currently have. Like, that's the big question mark, you know? Because what we can do... It's actually a little bit lower, but that's okay. Because what we can do, let's say that this balcony comes all the way around. I'll put this here, it'll actually join to the other one, which is good. So here, and we'll probably make that side look better. This is going to be a pretty long, like, multi-part series of, you know, designing this. And I definitely want feedback and ideas as well. Maybe this is not even what we do. Maybe this is wrong. I don't know. So we definitely want to get a lot of feedback going on this. This is just I just want to get the initial build and idea going, and then we can go from there. So I'm turning all of this into flooring just because it'll make, will cover up a lot of the sins that we have. Alright, so I'm going to go through to there. Alright, so then that is now one big balcony there. And the problem is, you can probably see, is it's super high up. So even if we get it to work, I mean, it's probably okay. It'd be nice if we had a bit more room at the back. But, so what we need to do now is get this area to somehow nicely blend down to the lower level, right? It needs to come down to this section in a interesting and nice looking way, which currently is not going to happen with this setup. So if this is the main body of the house, it should be closed in, which it currently isn't for whatever reason. So let's just rebuild that. I'll do that, and I'll do this, and that should fix it for us. And then we'll remove that. All right, so that's one little section there. So these are going to be, I guess, the main living areas here and here, like kitchen, dining, maybe living room. And then I guess we'll have bedrooms there, and then maybe more down the bottom. We've got to figure out, the bottom is still probably too big. I think I want it to be smaller than this. So maybe if, because it's just like this house is not, doesn't really need to be a mansion, but it shouldn't be too small either, you know? So I'm just sort of building in walls like this, because then we can bring the terrain further back, and also probably give us a bit more leeway with it, with the terrain, and hopefully it'll look a little bit more natural. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to get rid of this bit. So then, I wonder if we can, no, we couldn't really bring it down further. You know what we don't have? We don't have a pool. But there's not really anywhere to put a pool here. And maybe we don't need it just because, I mean, it's in the ocean. It'd be really cool to have a pool. Maybe we could do one here. Oh, you know what? Maybe we could do one here. Instead of having like a retaining wall, what if we just had like a swimming pool area? That's sort of under that balcony. I really wish this could just like join. So we didn't have a big gap around it. There's got to be creative ways that we can solve this, and I know you guys will have some really good ideas. So let's say if we did this, for example, we obviously got to be able to get to the pool. So if I do this, I wish it was, it's annoying that it's not open underneath with the flooring, so it looks like it's a nice balcony. So it's going to be a big solid block, which is going to look a bit strange, isn't it? Well, if we bring it down, actually, we could just do terrain around it. Yeah, that'll probably be better. So if we do this and then flatten here. Maybe not that bit. Actually, maybe this bit should stay exposed, because then it looks a little bit more interesting. Now, it'd be really good if it could go straight to the edge of the lot. We can do that. And then you could have, like, the way to the pool here. You with me? You with me? I don't know. Like, that's just a plan. That's just an idea. So if that goes there, right. So then around this side, the real issue, like I said, is it's super tall. Like, that is the problem. So we might have to make the walls smaller to make this work, which means we have to change the doors and probably the windows as well. The scale is not really working too well for this lot. I mean, the other thing we could do is if we just not worry about it really. Let's say we just get, I don't know, let's get these stairs, whatever, here. You know what, let's take them down further. Give ourselves a nice, so we'll step down here maybe like right away. Because then a lot of this we can probably cover with plants and foliage and so go like that. So maybe that bit's a little bit higher there, and then we can do a bunch of rocks on this section. So it looks like maybe there's like a little cliff area there. So it looks a little bit more natural-ish. I don't know. So this is the house. We could even get some windows underneath if we wanted. So if we have the stairs, like, I guess maybe if we come down here first, it'll probably be good. So let's say, I'm just using these stone stairs. These probably won't be the stairs, I don't think it suits the style at all. So if it goes down like that, then I might even use the floor tile thing here. Actually, no, it won't, because that's not going to join properly. So we'll do that, and then I'll just use, for now, maybe like these stones here. This will definitely change, because I don't like the look of this. So it'll come out there, maybe. We'll obviously have to decorate around this. Maybe like this, and then it'll come down this way. And then maybe like come around the corner here. There needs to be 3 tiles, so we need to see enough room to get the stairs in again. And then down the bottom here, we just sort of place the floor tiles so we can get the stairs going where we want them. It doesn't like that. I think we're too close to the edge. So do this, maybe. Well, I mean, the bottom of the stairs are off the lot if you're trying to build them like that. What are you doing? I want to go from here. Idiot. Hang on. Bring that here. How about now? Incompatible with terrain tile. Okay, let's get rid of this. How about now? There you go. All right, so then he's going to go there. And then, for example, we go like this. No, we're not. Oh, because we're not actually at the right level. Hang on. Whoops. Let's, we need to make sure that's at the right level so that it all works. And then that should be better. Okay. So we'll go there. These stairs are really not applicable for this build, but whatever. Underneath and there. All right, so then something like that, right? And then what you could do is get like, this is just ideas and planning and seeing what we could do. So obviously we've got this weird huge gap between the build and like the terrain. Hang on, let me move objects. So if we just like sort of did a lot of foliage, a lot of plants, maybe even some more of these ones, to really just like, there's ways, I think there's ways we can cover it and make it look good. Obviously, because like if you look like that, it looks so stupid, but I think if we really decorate it up, it could look good with this side. And I think this is probably a better way to do it instead of having the whole thing raised up, even though this was supposed to be the side of the lot that was raised. So it just means I have to do a little bit more detail on this side. I think it could work quite well. Now, I didn't actually want anything in here though, so that will probably still be empty. Now, the roofing is a really cool bit about this place. And I think it actually has, it looks like there's another level like up at the back here, but I don't know if I'll do that just because I don't know where. I guess we could put it further back here maybe. It's not very big by the looks of it, but I can't really tell. I'm thinking maybe, what if we do, yeah, what if it comes out like this and then we could have a wall, right? Like this. So it'll come out. I don't know if it will really suit the style now. Because I don't like, we don't really have any flooring overhanging. It's mostly the other stuff. Even like underneath there, like it doesn't seem like it would be really be supported there, would it? So maybe we can do. We might have to go further forward rather, because it looks pretty big. It even kind of looks like. Let me bring this back here. It even kind of looks like there's like a pathway that goes across. I don't know that there is, but it kind of looks like there's one here that goes across to maybe this section at the back, and maybe this is just like a cool like little. Could be like an upstairs balcony for this bedroom. If this is a bedroom, I don't know what it is, but it could be a thing. So maybe we do this and we could have another section there. Now, this is all depending on what this looks like with roofs on it, because it might look really stupid. So let's have a look. That's the kind of the important bit. So the roofs are really cool. It's basically a lot of these guys that are just like this, and then pretty shallow. And then I think most of them look like they have some sort of windows or glass in it there. And then they actually come out quite far from the build. So they'll be like that. So provide like a lot of shade. And even up this way, they go quite far too. Now you might notice I'm not going that way, because if you go that way, it'll go down too far. I think it needs to go maybe like 1, just so it's like a little. I think that's too steep actually. I think that's like way shallower. Probably like that. Something like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then this would be the same here. Be one longer. Whoops. One longer like that. They do have a bit more of a gap in the actual build here. I guess we don't need these overlapping like they do. So I might actually bring this one in a little bit. And then I guess to match, I'll do that too. So something like that. Okay. And then, you know what? I should probably change the texture of the roof, because I don't know what it is, but it's probably nice. Probably not that. Maybe like, I don't know. I always think the white looks a bit strange. So maybe not that. Maybe that. No. Maybe like. Maybe just be, yeah, like this sort of metal roof. That's always quite modern. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's something that can change. It's not really important right now. Then these ones go the other way. So let me do this and then actually bring the roof into there. It is. Okay, let me just bring the eaves in. So we'll reset those and sort of figure that out. So then this will stay here, but then yeah, the eave extends like all the way out over here. And then it does even go up above the other roof that's here, which is kind of cool. Like it extends like this, and then the other one is here. Like that. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing actually. So then, then this goes like this. So this just turned into let's recreate a build, but also make it our own. So it's kind of like that, because then basically the view I've got is from this angle. I think this section of the building is supposed to be a bit bigger than this one, but it didn't work out that way. I think something like that. Oh, we should probably do the windows here, because they have basically windows on this whole thing. That's not an even size. That's annoying. So we go here. This one is also not an even size. Also annoying. Here's what we can do. Maybe we... Oh, no, whatever. I'll leave that for now. Okay, so it's going to be like that. And then up top, again, more of the same, but the roofs are just going, you know, the other way. So this one will stick out this way. You know what? Bring in the eaves. Let me just reset those because it's going to be annoying and I won't know what's going on. All right, so we'll bring the roof in. And basically what I want from you guys is ideas, suggestions, and feedback. Obviously, we don't have to go by the book on the build that I'm looking at for inspiration. Like, we can completely change it. I think I'll extend these ones quite a lot. But this is a starting point. This is sort of where we're starting off from with this build. We'll go like that. There's actually a little bit of a flat section in the middle. That looks really strange at the top just because it's like, it looks really tall. But maybe that's okay. Because the thing is, I think that level is a lot lower down in reality. But in The Sims 4, that's just sort of where it has to be. It also seems like, yeah, it also seems like this section is a lot bigger. It doesn't go out over this, but I think it might have to. I'm wondering if maybe we make the upper level smaller again. Maybe this level is too tall. Because it does actually look smaller on the actual thing as well. Whoops. Is this small too? That's small too. Ignoring the Windows clipping, I think that probably looks better. It does mean that we don't get that same sort of window effect over here, but that might be the better way to go. This still looks like really tall up there though. I think that might be too big. And I think a lot of this will come together as we start doing, because there's like a lot of like flat roofs and balcony kind of stuff and columns, everything everywhere. Like all of this has like columns going down to the level below. Like it looks really, really cool. So I think a lot of this is supposed to be like a wood deck or something. So maybe just, I don't know, whatever this. And then I want to actually just join it there because you can sort of make it look seamless like across to the ground, which is kind of cool. So that would be like that. And then there's like columns all down there. Let's just say that's this as well. All of that, and this as well. So you can get like a basic idea of the colors. I think around the back, like, I guess this is the front. Around the front here, we could actually do some interesting things. Even though this is quite tall, like we could do some cool like wall designs and details. So I think it could actually work quite well. But I guess what I'm wondering from you guys, obviously we need to do stuff around the side. What I'm wondering from you guys is if you like the sort of direction that we're going in. This is nothing like the actual build that we've got a photo of, because obviously it just can't be, not on this lot anyway. And it's a very modern lot, obviously, for this area, but I think that's okay because all the other lots in this section are obviously very modern. This whole area is like redeveloped and new and contemporary. So it sort of fits in with that sort of Windenburg story. I don't know how this pool is going to work here. I mean, it might work if we sort of get this in here or something. We can't even seem to put tiles next to the pool, which is interesting. I'm not quite sure why we can't put them next to the pool. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it'd be good to have a pool. I don't know if we'll go there. We might have just put it on the ground level so it's not so weird. Yeah, but let me know. So I guess, oh yeah, by the way, a lot of this stuff up the top is going to be like these, no, like, no, not that. Good glass fence? Not that. Like a good glass? Not that. Like a good glass fence? Where's the good one? Oh, this one. There we go. Like a lot of these are just like there's sort of glass fencing around it as well, which I think might just help sort of finish that look. I don't know what we'll do with this bit here too. I don't know, it could be a cool balcony or something. I think that's a good start, and I think it also gives, like, it's not a huge house, but I think it's still bigger than what we had, and it gives us more room to sort of play around with. So we could easily, like, we could even like connect these two into like one sort of thing, because we're gonna have kids, potentially twins, so as long as we have enough room for those guys, I don't think we will. I did say that this wasn't really going to be part of the build, but obviously we can always turn it into part of it if we need to, like if we need more room. So this is the concept. Whether or not we move forward with it, let me know in the comments down below what you think, where we should go with it. We'll be back next time with all that sort of feedback and make adjustments. I might even make a few changes in between, but we'll see how we go. But thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.